Hey guys, welcome back to the Cob Barndominium. It's been a little while since we did an update. We actually have a lot of good progress. We finished all the walls of the Cob house, so now we're just fully in finish mode. We've been practicing with a little bit of pigmented coatings, so paints basically. We're trying not to do lime plaster, and I got a bunch of reasons for it. Mainly, at this point, I found a really good coating that prevents dust off when you are rubbing or kind of picking at the surface, and it still remains porous as long as you spray it on and things like that. So let's go ahead and get in. Oh yeah, and we're doing a big push on the Cob floor right now too. So let's go ahead and get into this and take a look. So right here is the spray bottle that I've been doing my shellac coating with. There's a couple of different ways I've been doing it, but this is relevant because what I'm doing is taking store-bought shellac and then cutting it down a little bit, and in that mixture is enough shellac to, here, let me just toss this down. Let's come over here. So, I don't know if we can see that really well. Yeah. So you can see that the wall is a little glossy, but you know, if I actually get on here and try to scrape some of this off, you know, we get kind of this little thing going on right here. Oh, wow, I can barely see you. So that's actually my nail. Up here is not the same, so this actually dusts off. The spray is really easy to put on. You literally just cut it down, spray it until it doesn't look so patchy, you know, get a good even coating, and it dries really, really good. So we've had a lot of good experience with it. We're going to go outside and I'm going to show you some of the test patches that we've done, which are right here. So let's see here. So these patches here, let's see if we can focus us. They're a mix of boiled linseed oil and lime. It was a kind of an odd experiment, and shellac. So I'll tell you the one right here. This is a boiled linseed oil, this middle green one, and some pigment, and it just didn't come out well, so I didn't really like it. This darker box that surrounds this established 2020 marking, that's shellac. This is boiled linseed oil, and then down here this is a design done with boiled linseed oil. Basically the idea is when I was trying to harden a surface and then hit it with the pressure washer, get it to dig out this non-coated portion, and then maybe go over the whole thing and it would give it like a texture. What we settled on is this kind of stuff here. It's just regular pigment that you can get. I get mine from our Earth Pigments company. Let's see if I can find. I cannot. So it's just real natural stuff, you know. Let's actually. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna find one and show you. So I don't know how this is gonna come out in selfie mode here, but. Earth Pigments, 100 grams and like half a cup or something of boiled linseed oil. The boiled linseed oil I'm using, no, not boiled linseed oil, shellac. It's a clear shellac, and that goes right on with the paintbrush. Let's actually go take a look outside at some of the work that I just did on one of our sculptures with some paint. So there we go. You can see that it could use a second coating. This is just one coating, but the texture is great. When you mix it up, it actually ends up coming out a lot like a house paint. So there we go on that. Let's walk around here to the front. show something that we've recently done too. It's not actually in there yet, but right here, bam, we have some exterior lights that we put up. And I haven't wired them in. I'm just actually working with the mounting here. But there's one. All of these lights that I'm about to show you will all be on one switch. I'm going to simplify the wiring a little bit. But most of this will be wired within the next few days. And we have a whole lot more going up. All this stuff is about to go up. I'm going to start doing all the chandeliers on the walkways and then start planning out our ceiling fans. Let's go ahead and go inside. And I'll show you that we finished the Cob house, right? Finished all our Cob walls. Now they're not all plastered and colored and coated and all that kind of stuff. But this was the last portion right here. Above this door, and over here where you see these carboys inserted, they need to get cleaned up still. So like I said, we still have some finished work to do, but that has allowed us to fully complete the building process. There we go. And right now what we have going on here on the floor is I brought some caliche in here, and I did a couple of layers of lime, and I washed it down into the subsoil and stuff like that. And the point was to prep us to be putting down Cob floor in the next week. Within the next week, it will be started. It won't be finished, but that'll come later. We will do an update video on that, but really right now it's just lime on top. It's been tamped a bunch of times, and we had some water go down on it. Right here, this will be the next part of the Cob floor that goes in. Right here inside of our pantry. If you look all the way up to the top, it is finished. And this is the inside of that window that we just looked out. So, and you can see this stuff up here. All this is actually shellac that I got on the window. But it clears off really easy. So, let's see, I think that's going to be it for now. We'll do another couple of videos here soon. We've basically chosen our coating. I showed you a little bit where I sprayed it on. The spray-on stuff, basically the whole house is going to get that. It still allows a little water to seep in. But it doesn't allow surface erosion from water running down it. The reason I mentioned that water still seeps in, it means it's still porous, so the wall will still breathe. So pretty much everything's going to get this little anti-knockdown coating that I made with the cut down shellac, and certain spots are going to get the shellac and pigment paint. I don't want to do the whole house in that paint because then it won't breathe. If I do have a moisture problem, then I have a real problem. So once we figure out the design, you'll see a lot more of it. But for now, hey, that's it. I hope y'all liked it. Please like and subscribe and share and tell everybody about this stuff. And we'll make another video within the next 2 weeks, maybe in a couple of days. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day.